Hi guys and ladies, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lisema Matsietsi. On this video, we're going to be discussing what does it really mean to be a college dropout, high school dropout, or school dropout. What does it really mean? I never understood it until recently. Stay tuned for the rest of the video. I recently went for my graduation at the University of Cape Town and I was taken aback by what I saw. I think it was in 2014 or 2013 when we first went to visit Stellenbosch and the University of Cape Town. But at that time I didn't understand it. If experience tells what things really are, me seeing universities having high security, I thought that's what it's supposed to be. University is a designated place that only those that are registered university will have access to it. I had a completely different experience when I went to the business school, and I thought maybe it was the business school thing that the thinking was different. When I got to University of Cape Town's Graduate School of Business, there was nowhere where you can use your tag to go in. Then I thought maybe because this was the old prison, there's no close, tourists can just walk between corridors. As long as they are quiet, they are allowed. And I felt like if you had the guts, you can just go into and sit into an MBA class. The only problem is you won't have a name tag, but you can just sit in and listen in because it's just open. Anybody can just come in, open the door, and then sit down, comply, sit for the whole lecture. And I found it odd. Even the cafeteria, tourists could also come into Lavazza, buy coffee, stuff like that. You would interact with people. But I was shook when I went to University of Cape Town's campus itself during my graduation, that if this is my house here, the house across the street, it's already part of the university. The park there, it's a university park, and then you go all the way up there, you're already part of the university. And I was baffled to say, is this what open university mean? To say the university is open to the community? Because the same was true. I remember when we went down to Stellenbosch, we couldn't figure it out. Where's the university? Where's the town? It's just that the boards were written in Afrikaans, so we were battling to understand what they were saying. But we were thinking, this is a lecture hall. Oh, this is the admin block. But also there, it's already town. It's like being in town and being in university, it's one and the same thing. With this in mind, I read a biography of Steve Jobs, and he also speaks somewhere with Stanford. When they graduate, somebody comes to speak to them. It's the tradition in the USA. I don't know if we do it in South Africa. But when he did that, he said he dropped out of school and he still continued in the same campus, but now choosing which classes to go to. In my mind, based on what I know, I thought he dropped out of school, he went to the admin block and he said, I want to deregister, and they deregistered him. And immediately after a day or two, when you go to the gate and you try to RFID the security thing, it would not work, because I know same happened with my brother. It did not work immediately after you becoming deregistered. Probably had a connection of getting into a university campus, and then from there he can now attend his own lectures. Seeing what I saw with University of Cape Town and University of Stellenbosch, it makes sense that you can easily walk from your house, walk all the way into university, get into the lecture hall. I thought it was only in the business school, but only to find out that most universities have got that structure. I don't know whether the university in the overseas have got that structure, hence why the oldest, University of Stellenbosch and University of Cape Town has got that style compared to Rand Afrikaanse University, which is now UJ, Wits University, because you need to use student text to go inside. UOFs, they are much younger universities. They have, even if Wits has got this on all universities, but it's all locked down. To understand the context that Steve Jobs was talking about, it's clear that you have to understand it based on what location you are in. Coming back to why is it important for us in analysis, there are things that I read about. I don't know about you, but there's a lot of things that I can read about. Data science methodologies go like this, business intelligence methodologies go like this, Excel goes like this. All of those things, it doesn't matter how many times I read about those things, I might still not be able to grasp them because I'm purely in a wrong location. I've been in Johannesburg for many years now, about 17 or 20 years now. I'm reading Steve Jobs' autobiography, and he's saying, I dropped out of school, and for a few months I could hop into any lecture that I want. I would not really understand what the Stanford, whatever university that he went into, looks like until I actually take myself from there and go into the location that he wrote about and really understand, oh, is this what it looks like? Is this what he meant? It is possible, based on what I've just explained about the location and what it means to have what I termed open university. When somebody says, I'm a college dropout, and they are successful, and you watch a YouTube video where somebody else says, I got a data analyst position with no degree, it might mean something different to me in Johannesburg, because I'm thinking, how do I now get a data analyst position with no degree? But when I change the context, maybe if I'm in a University of Stellenbosch, if I can figure out what the Afrikaans bots actually mean, maybe I can be able to attend a data analyst, informatics, computer science, you name them. I can be able to sit in those lectures every day of my life, and then I would understand what they're talking about. And I don't have to have a degree to have the knowledge. Then before you know it, you are this data analyst guy with no formal qualification, but you landed the job. Context in terms of location plays a vital role to understand when somebody says, I'm a high school dropout, I'm a college dropout, I'm a university dropout. It might not mean the same thing. I might be in university the whole day and drop out and not be able to continue my lesson. I only have, maybe first semester of first year. And then I go around and I'm like, but this guy in the USA said he's a dropout. Why can't I make it happen? And the opportunities might be available in different areas. For us as analysts, find your location. Like Vusi Tembekwayo said, location matters. Find a location that is conducive of analysts. Find yourself there. Learn what they learn and get the same understanding. Most of us, I got that in university, and I understand that not everybody else could go to university. If you can find yourself a location that can actually get you that mindset of an analyst, whether it becomes an intern job, then you can be able to resonate with all these people that are saying how I landed an analyst job without experience, how I landed analyst job with an online degree, how I landed a job after watching a few YouTube videos. All of those things will only then start to make sense. But if your context is still out, for instance, in the rural South Africa, that might not even resonate to them. Irrespective of how much effort they put in, it will still say you are in the wrong location. And it's got nothing to do with your potential. It's got nothing to do with your energy. It's got nothing to do with your rate of innovation. It just means you are in the wrong location. So you won't be able to understand things. In my case, I only started to understand what an open university means after being in university for so many years and having so many degrees. I didn't understand. It's only when I saw it, that's when I said, it is true. This is what an open university means. The only thing else is there's no security around the perimeter. It's only your psychologically to say, I can't just go into that lecture hall and say I'm here to listen to psychology if I don't, I haven't registered for that. It's just your psyche that stops you. But the actual security fence is not there. It's only your mental limitation. That's just me on this video. Thanks guys for watching this. Stay tuned for the next video.